here's what nobody tells you about buying a Ford truck in 2025. Some of these models are financial disasters waiting to happen. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which Fords to avoid, how much the failures really cost, and how to protect yourself from a $70,000 mistake. Hit that subscribe button so more truck owners don't get blindsided. Now let's start with the Ford that's shocking even longtime loyalists. Number 10, 2016 F-150 13th generation. The 2016 F-150 represents the challenges of Ford's transition to aluminum bodies. These first-year aluminum trucks were heavily affected by early production issues, and many owners ended up paying the price. This truck came loaded with electrical nightmares and brake system failures that left owners stranded and scared. The door latches were so defective, they'd freeze shut in winter or pop open while driving. The electronic power-assisted steering system failed without warning, leaving drivers fighting to control 5,000 pounds of truck with no power steering. But here's what really gets me fired up: the master cylinder brake failures that required complete fluid replacement and recalibration. These early production aluminum trucks had serious latch and brake issues that led to major recalls and expensive repairs. According to RepairPal data, these brake system repairs often run several $1,000s. Door latch replacements can easily reach $800 to $1,200 per door. When you add the steering system failures, you're looking at potentially $8,000 in repairs on a truck that should have been reliable. These first-year models show why being an early adopter of new automotive technology can be extremely costly. Don't be Ford's unpaid tester. Number 9, 2017 F-150 3.5-liter EcoBoost. The 2017 F-150 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost shows what happens when manufacturers rush new technology to market. They paired their turbocharged engine with a brand new 10-speed transmission that wasn't ready for prime time. This 10R80 transmission is prone to serious shift complaints. It hunts between gears like it can't make up its mind, creating rough shifting, hesitation, and slipping that makes driving feel like you're learning stick shift all over again. But that's just the beginning of your problems. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost in this year is prone to coolant leaks near the turbocharger that can lead to catastrophic engine overheating. When that coolant hits the hot turbo, you're looking at potential engine damage and expensive repairs. Transmission repairs on the 10R80 can easily reach the 5-figure range when it finally gives up. Turbocharger coolant leak repairs often cost several $1,000s. If the engine suffers major damage from overheating, you could be facing extremely expensive engine work. Ford's own technical service bulletins acknowledge these problems, but their solutions often amount to hoping it doesn't happen to you. That's not good enough when you're spending $60,000 on a truck. Number 8, 2015 F-150 13th generation. The 2015 F-150 was Ford's debut year for aluminum bodies, and it shows in every problematic way possible. This truck has more recalls than most owners can keep track of. The brake system failures in this model are notorious for all the wrong reasons. Master cylinder issues cause complete loss of power braking, turning your truck into a runaway freight train. The door latch recalls affected hundreds of thousands of trucks because of fundamental design problems. Consumer Reports gave this truck reliability scores that would embarrass much older vehicles. We're talking about fundamental safety systems failing on a regular basis. Brake system overhauls can easily cost several $1,000s. Door latch repairs often run $600 to $1,000 per door, and most trucks need multiple doors fixed. Add in the aluminum body repair costs that are significantly higher than steel, and you're looking at a money pit disguised as America's best-selling truck. This was Ford's learning year for aluminum construction, and unfortunately, many owners paid the price for that learning curve. Number 7. 2013 F-150 12th generation. The 2013 F-150 earned its place on this list with one of the most dangerous transmission defects I've ever researched. This truck is notorious for downshifting into first gear while you're driving at highway speeds. Picture this. You're cruising at 65 miles per hour, and suddenly your truck slams into first gear without warning. The engine screams, the truck lurches violently, and you're fighting to maintain control while other drivers swerve around you. This isn't a minor inconvenience, it's a serious safety hazard. Ford issued multiple recalls for this transmission nightmare, but the damage was already done. Thousands of owners experienced this terrifying failure, and many were involved in accidents because of it. The early EcoBoost engines in this year also suffer from turbocharger failures and timing issues that compound the transmission problems. When multiple systems fail together, you're not just looking at repair bills, you're looking at potential safety risks. Transmission replacements can easily reach the 5-figure range. Turbocharger repairs often add several thousand more, but you can't put a price on the safety risk these defective designs created. Number 6. 2018 F-150 5-liter Coyote V8. The 2018 F-150 with the 5-liter Coyote V8 proves that even Ford's reliable engines can have serious problems when cost-cutting gets involved. This engine burns oil at rates that many consider unacceptable. Ford acknowledged that these engines can consume 1 to 3 quarts of oil per 1,000 miles. That's not normal wear. That's a fundamental design issue that Ford tried to pass off as within specifications. Some owners are adding oil every week just to keep their engines from seizing. The 10R80 transmission problems continued into this year, creating a problematic combination of engine and transmission issues. You get an oil-burning engine paired with a transmission that can't decide what gear it wants to be in. Engine replacements due to oil consumption damage can easily reach the 5-figure range. Transmission repairs often add several thousand more. When both systems fail together, you're looking at repair costs that can exceed the truck's value. Ford's solution was to tell owners to check their oil more frequently. That's like telling someone with a leaky roof to just use more buckets. Number 5. 2011 to 2014 F-150 3.5-liter EcoBoost. The early 3.5-liter EcoBoost engines from 2011 to 2014 represent Ford's first attempt at downsized turbocharged engines, and they got many things wrong. These engines are prone to multiple expensive failure points. The timing chain stretch issue creates a death rattle on startup that sounds like the engine is eating itself from the inside. When those chains stretch enough, they skip timing and can destroy valves, pistons, and everything else in their path. Intercooler condensation buildup causes severe misfires in humid conditions, leaving you stranded with an engine that runs poorly. The carbon buildup from direct injection clogs intake valves so badly that some engines lose significant power. Timing chain repairs can easily cost several $1,000s if you catch it early. If the chain skips and destroys the engine, you could be looking at extremely expensive engine work. Intercooler replacement often adds several thousand more. According to Fleet and Shop Experience, these engines have significantly higher failure rates than comparable naturally aspirated V8s. Ford's turbocharged experiment turned into many owners' expensive nightmare. Number 4. F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid 2021 to present. Here's the truck that represents everything challenging about modern automotive engineering. Complexity for the sake of complexity, with reliability taking a back seat. The PowerBoost Hybrid is currently one of the riskiest F-150 powertrains from a complexity and reliability standpoint. Consumer Reports consistently rates these trucks with extremely low reliability scores. We're talking about scores that would make you question buying any vehicle with that rating. The hybrid battery systems are failing at concerning rates, leaving owners with repair bills that can easily reach 5 figures. The complex electrical systems cause phantom problems that even Ford technicians struggle to diagnose properly. The 10-speed transmission continues its tradition of shift complaints, but now it's integrated with hybrid components that make repairs even more expensive. Hybrid system replacements can cost well into the 5-figure range. Electrical system diagnostics and repairs often cost several $1,000s per incident. When multiple systems fail together, which they often do, you're looking at repair bills that can exceed the truck's value. Many reports suggest these trucks have electrical and hybrid system issues that make them extremely risky purchases for anyone who needs reliable transportation. Number 3, 2008 to 2010 F-250/F-350 6.4-liter Powerstroke diesel. The 6.4-liter Powerstroke diesel is Ford's final collaboration with International Navistar, and it shows why that partnership ended. This engine is an environmental compliance nightmare that destroys itself trying to meet emission standards. The diesel particulate filter system clogs constantly, causing fuel dilution that turns your engine oil into a destructive mixture. When that contaminated oil circulates through the engine, it can crack pistons and destroy bearings with devastating results. The worst part? Major repairs require removing the entire cab from the frame. That's right. To fix your engine, they have to literally take your truck apart. Labor costs alone can be extremely expensive before they even touch the broken parts. DPF system repairs often cost several $1,000s. Piston replacement requires cab removal and can easily reach the 5-figure range. Complete engine rebuilds can cost well into the 5-figure range, assuming you can find a shop willing to tackle the job. Fleet Owner magazine documented failure rates so high that many commercial operators switched brands entirely rather than deal with ongoing repairs. Number 2, 2003 to 2007 F-250/F-350 6-liter Powerstroke diesel. The 6-liter Powerstroke diesel is widely regarded by many techs and owners as one of the most problematic Ford truck engines. This engine has so many design flaws that owners created an entire industry around bulletproofing them just to make them reliable. The EGR cooler failures dump coolant into the intake system, causing catastrophic engine damage. Oil cooler failures starve the engine of lubrication, destroying bearings and pistons. Head gasket failures are so common that many shops won't even warranty the repairs. The term bulletproofing exists because these engines need thousands of dollars in preventive modifications just to function properly. You're literally paying to fix Ford's engineering mistakes before they destroy your engine. EGR cooler replacement often costs several $1,000s. Oil cooler repairs can easily reach several thousand more. Head gasket replacement with cab removal can cost well into the 5-figure range. Complete bulletproofing packages often cost several $1,000s. And that's just to make the engine work like it should have from the factory. According to service records, these engines require major repairs far more frequently than comparable Cummins and Duramax engines from the same era. Number 1, 2004 to 2008 F-150 11th generation 5.4-liter Triton V8. The truck with the highest risk of very expensive repairs is any F-150 from 2004 to 2008 with the 5.4-liter Triton 3-valve V8. This engine represents multiple catastrophic design flaws that create a high probability of expensive failures. First, The spark plugs break off inside the cylinder heads during routine maintenance. Ford used a two-piece plug design that seizes in the aluminum heads, requiring special extraction tools and often thread repair. Each broken plug can cost several $100s to remove and repair. Second, the cam phaser system fails catastrophically, creating a loud rattling noise that sounds like the engine is full of marbles. This isn't just annoying, it indicates timing chain and tensioner problems that will destroy the engine if not addressed immediately. Third, the timing chain stretch and tensioner failure can cause the chain to skip timing, bending valves and destroying pistons. When this happens, you don't get a rebuild. You need a complete engine replacement. Spark plug extraction and thread repair can cost several $100s per plug, and usually multiple plugs are affected. Cam phaser replacement often costs several $1,000s. Complete engine replacement can easily reach the five-figure range. Consumer and fleet data show below average reliability and a high number of major repairs with these engines. Many owners and shops now actively warn against buying these trucks unless they are fully documented and already repaired. This engine combination makes owning one of these trucks extremely risky from a financial standpoint. The question isn't if you'll face expensive repairs, it's when and how much. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. These patterns of issues and expensive repairs have left many owners feeling like unpaid beta testers. From an owner's perspective, it can feel like Ford prioritized emissions targets and cost over long-term durability. These aren't isolated problems or bad luck. They're systematic issues that show a concerning pattern. When your livelihood depends on reliable transportation, you can't afford to gamble with these high-risk truck purchases. The good news is that knowledge is power, and now you know exactly which Ford trucks carry the highest risk of destroying your bank account. Share this video with anyone considering a Ford truck purchase, because the only way to change these patterns is to make informed buying decisions. Smash that like button if this video saved you from making an expensive mistake, subscribe for more industry truth that protects your wallet, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest exposés. Drop a comment below telling me which of these Ford problems shocked you the most. And remember, staying informed is your best protection against these costly surprises.